Hello, you're watching the Jakarta Globe News Channel. I'm Florence Armein on a very special edition of The Perspective. We're joined by Angie from Hollaback Jakarta, an online movement she established. She will tell us the story of Hollaback, how she founded Hollaback Jakarta. But it's an international movement that was established in 2005 in New York by a gender activist, Emily May, if I'm not mistaken, on account of her own story. And it quickly spread to the other part of the world, and it made its way to Jakarta. But Angie will tell us in detail about Hollaback Jakarta and how she established it. Thank you so much for joining us on Kartini Day.
Thank you for having me.
A very momentous day on Perspective.
Yes.
How very fitting. Hollaback Jakarta, it's an online movement, I understand, to end, as an effort to end sexual harassment.
Yes, we are a movement, a global movement powered by local activists with the end goal of ending harassment in public spaces. So in Jakarta, we started in 2016, but as you mentioned before, Hollaback was established in New York in 2005. And through their Global Site Leader program, they have sites in almost 70 cities around the world today, including Jakarta.
Including Jakarta, which is at its infancy at the moment, established in 2016. But I see a lot of work has been done, especially in the way how people have consumed so much information online and so much activities has been going on online.
Yes.
Do you think it could have been, how do you feel about adopting that movement online?
I think it's really important because the internet is accessible by so many people, and this provides, having this Hollaback website provides a place for people to access information about what is street harassment, and it's a place where people can share experiences that they've had.
And yet you are trying to create that awareness about sexual harassment, especially street harassment, on a very physical space.
Yes.
Right? So that's where it gets interesting.
Yeah, so our motto is from online to the streets. You have the right to be in public space.
Without feeling...
Without fear, without
superior,
being limited. Without the fear of being harassed, assaulted, anything like that. So everybody should have the right to access public space without fear.
Now, the effort is also one of your flagship program, which is to create awareness of ending catcalling.
Yes.
That's one of the interesting programs that you have by now. You've been very active at trying to create that awareness in Indonesia.
Yes.
Catcalling, how do you describe catcalling to an Indonesian?
Catcalling. So the interesting thing about Hollaback is that it addresses this problem that exists around the world. I don't think there's any city or place around the world where this issue of public harassment or street harassment doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And so you have this concept of catcalling that exists everywhere, but I think it looks a little bit different in every city. So I think in Jakarta, it takes many forms. I don't think you could create a definitive definition for what all can be included in it, but it's things like the noise that I associate it most with here that I hate is the like that, hey cantik, neng neng,
itself.
Neng mau kemana neng, those little things, but there's a certain connotation that underlies them. There's a look in someone's eyes when they do it. It's not meant to ignite a conversation or to in a friendly way to get to know each other
and get to know each other.
It's not, and I think that's a difficult thing for many people to understand when there's, well, what if I just want to say hello to someone? I, as a human being, know the difference between if somebody is approaching me to genuinely say hello and to when somebody is doing something that either has a sexual connotation, a demeaning connotation, or basically anything behind it that its motivation is to make me feel uncomfortable.
Would it also be about trying to help the victims of street harassment who had no idea that they're actually victims of street harassment because of simply not knowing how they react or how they feel when a person does that to them on the street?
Yeah.
They feel confused. Does that constitute as how can they define? Can that be defined as sexual or street harassment?
Yeah. So one of our goals is also to ignite conversations about this issue through talking about it, because it's become not just in Jakarta, like I said before, places around the world. It's normalized. So it happens so often that many people don't realize that this is actually a form of harassment. It is actually a form of sexual violence, and it's not okay. But again, like you said before, we need to talk about it more and raise awareness so that people know this is something that's unacceptable, and then we can figure out as a community how can we stop it.
How can you find a solution to actually end that? All right, Angie on Perspective will share her own experience of being catcalled here in Jakarta as one of the reasons why she wanted to establish, to be part or to found a Hollaback in Jakarta, to raise this kind of awareness and to actually invite more conversations about street harassment. We'll be right back.